The Buu Arc introduced us to Majin Vegeta, and the concept of characters becoming Majin in general. This started a trend of discussing the possibility of a Majin Piccolo and even a Majin Goku. Some people, like my buddy Salad Saiyan, have even made what-ifs, asking the question, what if Goku happened to be the one who became Majin instead of Vegeta? A lot of you have asked me to cover this what-if and variations of it as well. However, the nature of that what-if raises an entirely new question. Could Goku even become Majin and be controlled by Babidi at all? The short answer to this question, as you should already know from the title and thumbnail, is no. And there are multiple reasons for that. Let me explain why. To start, we have to discuss what becoming Majin actually means. The basics of Majin is that Babidi controls the mind of his target by the use of a magic spell. In the process of controlling the target, he also unlocks power from within them. The way this power unlocking is described has me believing it's part of the same magic spell. But it is possible that they are separate since Babidi explicitly states when he's doing it to Vegeta. So for a lot of people, that would be case closed, right? Babidi's mind control magic is what makes someone Majin, so he can make Goku Majin simply by using the same magic on Goku instead of Vegeta. But I've already told you that Goku can't become Majin. So why do I say that? Simply put, controlling someone actually has some requirements. It's not just a catch-all spell. For starters, Dabura says that Vegeta's soul is wicked enough to turn to their side, implying that there's some minimum threshold of evil required for Babidi's magic to work. This is later elaborated upon by Supreme Kai Shin, who says that Babidi's spells use the evil inside of the person he's trying to control in order to actually gain that control. Even ignoring the fact that Dabura makes it clear that there is some notable amount of evil required to actually control someone, Goku would have to have at least a small amount of evil within him to even remotely be eligible for this spell. If you watched and read enough Dragon Ball, you'd know that Goku and evil don't really coincide at all. Going back to Goku's childhood, we know that the Kinto-Un, also known as Flying Nimbus in the dub, requires a pure heart to ride. Later on, we see that the Devil Might Beam has no effect on Kid Goku, despite that attack taking even a drop of evil in the heart of the target and expanding it until the target explodes. However, that's just Kid Goku. So what about adult Goku? Well, as an adult, Goku can still ride the Kinto-Un as shown in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, as well as in Dragon Ball Super. So he still has a pure heart by that standard. Next, we know that in death, Goku was considered such an especially good person that he gets special treatment, such as being allowed to keep his actual physical body. This was something that only the extremely good received, furthering the fact that Goku has little to no evil in his heart. Finally, we have the Genki-Dama, which is stated in Dragon Ball Super to be unusable if there is any maliciousness in the user's heart. This means a base Goku is always without evil so long as he can still use the Genki-Dama. However, I'm sure you all just noticed something in that quote I posted on screen. That's right, Super Saiyan causes evil, or at the very least maliciousness, to creep into the heart of Goku. Again, there is some minimum threshold of evil required for Babidi's control to work, so this doesn't guarantee that Goku could become Majin, especially considering the fact that the evil generated by turning Super Saiyan didn't catch the attention of Babidi or Dabura when Goku used it against Yakon, or when Gohan used it against Dabura himself. In short, base Vegeta had more evil in him than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Goku. But even assuming that Super Saiyan does work to allow Babidi's control, that doesn't mean it would last by any means. Vegeta, after being powered up by Babidi and still in Super Saiyan 1, was able to resist Babidi's control and commands. Then, once Vegeta transformed into Super Saiyan 2, it seemed like Babidi had no influence over his actions at all, to the point that he left Vegeta to do whatever he wanted since their goals happened to coincide for the moment. Now, a Goku that didn't get a Majin power-up was equal to Majin Vegeta in terms of base form, Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 2. This means a Goku that's given a Majin power-up, a power-up that's described similarly to Super Saiyan 3, so you could imply it's at least a 4 times boost, on top of his current power, would be able to easily break out of the control of Babidi. Further than that, based on how Vegeta speaks about being controlled, he seems to have let Babidi control him, meaning that Vegeta could have chosen not to get controlled or the boost in the first place. If that's the case, then Babidi would be unable to control the unwilling Goku, who would more than likely resist being controlled and thus break the spell before it could even go through. In my honest opinion, there's no world where a Majin Goku happens realistically without changing the story drastically. His pure heart would stop him from even being controlled to begin with, and even if Babidi could attempt to control him, Goku would have the power to resist the control before even becoming a Majin. Simply put, I don't see this as a valid alternative to what happened in the main series, and thus don't see the need to make a what if regarding it personally. Thank you for watching.